Hey, what is going on, guys? No operator here. Today I got a pretty decent Yasuo gameplay for you today. Ended up going 23-5 with 10 assists. Now, this was all due to the Garen that I was facing in mid, just for some reason being one of the worst players I've seen in my life, and that's of no shade to him. He was running dash and heal, definitely was probably his first game. You're gonna see how his one mistake of feeding me ends up turning Yasuo into a 1v5 sweep demon very quickly and early on into the game. We've even got 2 towers down before 20 minutes hits. But here's the Garen. It's funny because he kind of taunts me in the very beginning and I'm like, oh god, is this going to be a Smurf account or something? But very quickly, we will see that is not the case. Now, currently for the build that I'm running, I'm doing Conqueror, which honestly, I'm unsure if Lethal Tempo is the correct move. I've heard conflicting opinions since its return, so I kind of swap back and forth, and honestly, I seem to do better in the games that I run Conqueror than I do with Lethal Tempo, which is fine. I run Conqueror with Absorb Life, Legend Alacrity, and Last Stand with Resolve, and Resolve has Bone Plating and Overgrowth with the plus 10% attack speed, plus 9 adaptive force, and the plus 10 to 180 health based on level. Now, just based on the overall game and everything that happened, the healing is actually significant for Yasuo, especially when this Garen keeps testing me. He leaves me to just get this farm, and the best thing about Yasuo is I can keep poking my Q, build up my tornado, and he dives in here. And that was his biggest mistake. If I was a better aim, or if I was running Ignite, he would be dead. Oh, you'll see that the tower kind of almost kills me there, and that's my bad. That's something that I really do need to get better with. With Yasuo, you don't want to play too aggressive. You still want to put pressure on him, especially when they're giving you this much space. Like, I could have killed him there if I had Ignite. I do personally run Teleport. You'll see in this game why I run Teleport and why I prefer to run it, simply because I feel like, especially when you get this good early game, you can not only help out your team significantly, which is big time for not only holding down lanes and making sure other, teammates don't get tilted, but it's really good just for mopping up your own kills. And you'll see I got the kill there with the tornado. He's clearly new. He was not familiar with Yasuo's game. He was not familiar with the tornado. That was very much clear going forward with things, but hey, we all live, we all learn, we all get taken out by a Yasuo tornado every once in a while. They even got me going up against a Heimendinger this game, and I get a taste of my own medicine, which is just, you know what? If that's what I really be doing to people, I'm glad I be playing Yasuo now. Even though I know Yasuo is also his own controversial champion, as it is, but maybe that's just what I'm drawn to. So between Conqueror and Absorb Life alone, I healed at least around 3,000 HP throughout this game. So it definitely helps. This was really the only time I felt pressured by this Garen in the entire game, I have to be honest with you. And as soon as he pulled himself into the tower, it was over. If he would have killed me here, maybe things would have gone differently. I still think there was a skill difference here, which again, I don't want to toot my own horn. I've been playing Yasuo for maybe 4 days now. If you check my League of Legends account, I think my account has been active for 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm not a good player by any means. I just have good games, and you'll see that, again, this Garen really opens himself up. It opens his whole team up to a bunch of hurt very soon, especially now that I have my ult, and I believe we'll do our first recall pretty soon. Because of how tilted the Garen was getting, I felt so safe in lane. There was literally no reason for me to change. I was just building up my gold, and I think now I've got enough coin for Berserkers, and we'll start the disgusting stat buffs. So this game, I believe this is where we end up getting a Berserker Greaves. We cut back to lane. You don't need to see me walk all the way over there. Yep, now that I have my ult, it's pretty much over for him. Especially because he doesn't learn to stay back until it's too late. And even then, by the time he does stay back, not only am I so much stronger than him, he's just letting me farm the entire time as well, you'll see. And that's another kill. I just saw they were signaling everyone to back away from me, which is interesting too, because I wonder how things would have gone if that Warwick would have actually ganked. And we skipped ahead a little bit to when Garen came back. And at this point, he's just so much under-leveled than me. Even with this health disparity, I'm really not worried at all. I just kind of gotta get him closer and away from that turret. Yeah, with the ult, it's gone. It's over. I don't think I would have gotten this lucky if he didn't keep telling people to back away from me. Not that his teammates should have listened. But like if the Warwick would have came in, I probably wouldn't have had a good shot. And the build that ended up coming about after Berserkers, the meta right now is Phantom Dancer, of course, and then Phantom Dancer right into Infinity Edge. Normally what the plan is you start building Phantom Dancer while also at the same time getting BF Blade. The BF Blade will give you some decent attack damage to keep up with everyone's rising stats, while your main goal is attack speed with Yasuo, because not only does your Q scale with your attack speed, once you can start throwing multiple slashes of your sword, like 2 to 3 times a second, you're just going to start doing some serious damage. And you'll see this is where Garen tries to start hiding from me, because he knows he's going to get cooked if he gets closer. Now that, if he kept playing like that, he probably would have been able to get back. However, the problem is he does not keep playing like that. Yasuo is so important with just hitting the Q, and while I can stay back, gather up my Q on his mob, he kind of just has to hope that I bring my minions to his tower, which we'll see very soon does not work out very well. Just trading back and forth, which I have no problem with, especially with my 2-level gap on him. And I'm just waiting for him to come out, which he does right here, and he's cooked at this point. He's not escaping. And now this is where I make my first mistake, I believe. Yeah, right here. Sometimes you get a little too cocky. And this is where my skill level comes out, where I was just not able to commit. I was not able to complete that, unfortunately. Not good at tower kills. Also, you'll see later on, sometimes I'm bad at aiming my mouse and landing auto attacks as well, but we all live and we all learn. That's why I can't say that Garen was, you know, I can't talk too much shit. I was gonna go down, end up helping bot lane. It was empty. And also, I had a pretty steep level gap between both the Bard and Jinx, so I wasn't really worried. Garen's feeding, again, completely made me an unstoppable force in this game. And if that tower was down, I probably would have gotten the double kill there. But don't worry, good things come to those who wait. Figured it's about time to come back up here to mid lane, not only just protect my lane, but also gather another kill off the Garen, who is way far pushed up. Gather some extra coinage here. And that's the problem, is like, even though I'm silenced and I can't use my Q, I can't use my E, which would definitely have gotten me out of that battle with much more health, my auto attacks are going so fast at this point, and thanks to the BF Blade, my attack damage also scales up with my attack speed, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take this tower, might as well. I'll take a little bit of damage from it. I think the objective is worth it, especially with the lead we got. And see, we got Viego with me here, and Garen is still way too close. But at this point, honestly, I've been feeding off Garen so much, I was willing to let Viego have it. That Warwick came so close to ending my life there. Honestly, I clenched my butt cheeks a little bit when that happened, but We'll skip ahead. Garen pushed up way too close, got hit by the tower, which, not that he was going to survive anyway, but... I believe we're going to make a break for the second tower here. Again, why not? And you can really see how Garen opening me up to mid lane here was so detrimental to his team. You can see the BF blade really putting in the extra damage here. Now they've lost both towers in mid lane. Which just gives us such an easy push the entire rest of the game. And we're about 15 minutes in. One minute earlier, I almost took down both towers before the plates fall. I look down here, always try to look and help your teammates. But honestly, they didn't need it. They had that. Again, I am not worried about the enemy team at this point. I'm level 12. I think everyone else at best is like... Yeah, you got the Heimendinger up there at level 11, who Caitlyn calls for help for because Heimendinger, again, is really good top lane recently. So if you get someone that knows how to play him, you don't have to worry. But again, I know how to play Heimendinger, so I was not worried at all. I was so fed at this point. Dead. Even his... ult turret couldn't kill me, and unfortunately I could not save the Caitlyn there because she did not walk away from the ult turret. Honestly, that was her fault. You can only do so much for people. And that's just another, Garen feed, why not? And you got Jinx and Bard here, which at this point I'm not too comfortable 2v1ing, but you'll see much later. Now that they've got some space, they got Heimendinger there, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go. My Bard shows up. My Viego shows up. I'm not scared. That's multiple kills right there. Let's play that back. That's Garen on Rampage. Going for the Bard, gets stunned, but the Bard can't keep up. Heimendinger flashes, but he can't escape either. He gets poked by the Q. Oh, the E and the Q. Jinx, I think, is the only one that gets away. And I'm way low of health. Oh, Warwick's coming up. I probably, and this is also my problem too, I should have probably turned around and fought way harder instead of running away. I was trying to get back to the Smolder to have a little bit more of a numbers advantage, but honestly, I should have just been turning around and hitting him the entire time. That's something I need to learn. But in this team fight, even though I'm stunned, as soon as I'm unstunned, they don't stand a chance. Yep, that's a Heimendinger kill. They got the Blitzcrank. That's realistically their only hope of stopping me. Otherwise, I would literally murder their entire team single-handedly every time I'm there. Let's cut ahead a little bit. Warwick is done. Help out with this 3v1 here real quick. Garen is way too close. Punish him for it. Or will I? Oh, he's getting back to the tower. And he starts doing a handstand. Oh, that was unfortunate for that Jinx. Did you see that here? Play that back. I was upset about the Garen, and then I realized that that Jinx did not see me. Saw her running away. I'm like, all right, let me catch her with that tornado. Whew. I understand I, just stole it at the end there, but you should have given me that kill. That's wild. But I guess all's fair that ends fair. And at this point, this was my second mistake of the game. If I could only make 2 mistakes of the game, that's fine. Me running up here to kill this Heimendinger. was definitely my bad. I shouldn't have interfered. I thought I was way much stronger than I was, and I didn't realize that he was their second best. You know, he was basically the best player on their side of the team. And while I got the kill there, the ult turret gets me taken out. And honestly, I don't know if that kill was worth it. There was a play I make later in the game that I think was way worth it, but you'll see without the Heimerdinger, their team just doesn't stand a chance. That's Jinx done. Garen has always been feed. This is no surprise. I don't even know why I stayed back and focused on him. You got to let your teammates play a little bit in the game, I guess. Like 11, 12. I'm level 15 compared to my team. You'll have to count it. I'm not entirely sure how many deaths that Garen gave up, but you're going to watch here the fruits of that labor, because down goes the Warwick. And up next is the Heimerdinger. Thank God to that W. Oh. Hold on. Oh, Lulu almost got hit there. We're going to back up a little bit. And then it's like, you know what? Whole team's squaring up. Let's go. And again, Garen has always been feed. We'll let someone else get it this time. And down goes the Heimerdinger. I knew he died. And can we poke? At this point, this far into the game, we've definitely got Phantom Dancer fully built. We've turned BF Blade into Infinity Edge. Phantom Dancer is giving you that 60% attack speed with 25% critical strike and the 8% move. The Infinity Edge is just raising that critical strike way more, because for one, you get the extra 25% chance, you get the 40% extra damage, you also get the 70 attack damage. And then from this point on, because we were so far in the lead, we started building a Death's Dance for the extra little bit of armor, extra little bit of attack damage, keep me alive in these fucking 1v3s like this here. Nothing. They couldn't even kill me. The towers had to kill me. The tower was my biggest enemy this entire game, honestly. The tower got more kills on me than literally any player in this game did. I think the only other player to kill me was Heimerdinger. And Warwick that one time. And this, you know what? If I had to have a mistake, this was another mistake. I did not have to jump into this team battle here. That was definitely my bad. I did not have to jump into that team battle. However, this team battle, another story. Down goes the Garen. Down goes the Heimer. And I believe this might be the final push. Because at this point, they're all dead. We're running through their entire Nexus, destroying everything. I'm personally triple killing, almost quadruple killing their entire team on my own if they're unable to stun me or don't have a tower nearby. Honestly, surrendering was the best option they made. And again, that was before I even finished my Bloodthirster. We built the Death's Dance for a little bit of extra armor, and then I was slowly building a Bloodthirster. I had the Vampiric Scepter, so that 7% lifesteal, yeah, it was crazy. But that got us the victory. And if you look at the actual scoreboard of the game here, my other teammates, you know, they were helpful. You know, Caitlyn went 3-2, Viego went 4-7, Lulu went 1-4, and the only other person to catch up was Smolder, went 10-3. Love you, Smolder. Everyone had good assists. Lulu over here with the 22 assists, the 22 alley-oops, because I was just dominating in these team battles here. And again, if it wasn't for the Heimerdinger on their team, they probably would not have done as well as they did. The Warwick got a couple kills, but again, he would have been more feed if it was a 1v1. That's how serious the level stack was. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate you always. If there's anything you want me to change up with these videos, you want me to put music instead of the gameplay, you want me to shut the hell up and just play the gameplay normally, let me know. This is a new channel, so I'm open to any interpretation. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button. Peace.